I just took a bite of summer and you are gonna want this too. It's a delicious hamburger, simple ingredients, full of flavor, and it's what we're having for dinner. Let's make it. A good hamburger really should just be simple. It should have good beef, salt, pepper, a few other things, but it shouldn't have tons of ingredients. Now, growing up, I will say, we used to do things with packets of different seasonings in them and throw them in, but I think it's because now we can get an easier and better quality of beef that you don't have to do all those things to it. So if you can find a good quality ground beef, I do think the important thing here is to know you need some fat in it. So I'm gonna use somewhere around 80% lean, 85% lean, somewhere in there, but you don't wanna go all the way up to the 90, 92 that you can get, because then your burgers actually won't have flavor. Fat carries flavor. And I know that's always hard to understand, but it really does. So what we're gonna start with are a few components that I think make a huge difference, and you can see it's pretty simple. So to start, my little, I'm not gonna call it a secret component, but what I think is important is I love to use a little bit of beef base. So you can buy this in the refrigerated aisle. It's pretty much bouillon, but it's already in kind of a liquid form, solid in the fridge. If you keep it in the fridge, it's actually not in the fridge aisle in a grocery store. It's on a shelf until you open it. But it has an intense, beautiful, deep flavor, and it's beef. It's cooked down. It has so much flavor. We add this sometimes to roasts for things like that. It's a great way to just amp up the beefiness. I know it sounds weird, but it really does, and it adds just a great intensity. It has an undertone to it, and once they're done, you don't know it's in there, but you think, man, these are the best I've ever had. The next one, I know, you can hate on me, but it's gonna be these dried minced onions. You know what? They have a place. I don't know why we hate on dried things sometimes, because guess what? As opposed to raw onion that sometimes doesn't get fully cooked on the grill when it's in the middle of a hamburger, you'd have to overcook a hamburger to fully cook raw onion. Dried onion is already, it just hydrates in there, and it has a cooked quality to it already, and it gives the flavor. So you don't get crunchy bits of it. You just get this nice soft onion with a little bit of flavor, which I think is super important. So we're gonna put some of that in there. Like I tell you, this is pretty easy. Salt is extremely important. So we're gonna add some salt inside. We wanna season them, and we want some good pepper. Now, the thing here is, I think if you start with good beef, as in buy, there's different forms of beef. You don't wanna break your bank, so you wanna buy what's affordable for you, but buy what works for you. I'm gonna add in some oil too, and I just like a neutral oil, but a little bit of oil again. It helps it kind of just be more cohesive, but also adds a little bit more richness. So now, you can put gloves on, whatever works for you. We're gonna mix this up. Now I wanna mix those ingredients really well. And what you're gonna hear with a lot of things is don't overmix or overwork beef. It'll get a little bit more tough, a little bit more coarse. While that's true, you definitely wanna get all these ingredients very well mixed. So we're not using a powered mixer that would beat it to oblivion, but we do wanna make sure that we're incorporating, because you don't want pockets of that beef base and then onion to be not well mixed in. So we're mixing this in, and this is something to me, this is great because you can do this the morning of, if you're gonna have people over for a grill out, or if there's fireworks later and you wanna be able to have burgers before, you can get this ready, and either, I would just form the patties and then put it in the fridge, cover it, and keep it in there, during the day until you're ready to actually grill them, so you don't have to do this right before you're gonna grill. And that's kind of the best part of this. Now also, if you're like we were growing up, Mom would extend this. So we would make at least 8 patties probably out of this amount of meat. I'm gonna make 6 today because I want them to be a little bit more gourmet. We're elevating these burgers. But the thing is, you can do whatever amount or size you want. And you can pick it, you could even make slider size if you're having a lot of food, or a potluck where you're having a lot of different foods that you want people to be able to enjoy. So what I have here now is well-mixed beef, perfect. And what I like to do is kind of press it into a cohesive mass, and then I'm gonna eyeball my half. Now you could weigh these out. Why would we do that? You know how I like to weigh it out. I like to do it and then just be like, okay, I think that's about even, right? Yeah. And then I'm gonna know I want about 3 patties out of each of this. Again, because I'm making a little bit bigger patties. So do what works for you. So as I'm doing this, I'm gonna kind of just form them down in here, and then I can kind of double check them and look for sizing. Because that's the thing, before you actually make them, before you grill them, it's easy to double check. Now, like you see, this is simple ingredients, isn't it? So that's why each ingredient matters. So when I can, I like to even get, grass-fed beef once in a while. A lot of people think it lacks flavor, but if it's really well raised and really good grass-fed, it has so much flavor. Also, grass-fed beef has just as many omega fatty acids as salmon does. Super healthy too, so that's what's great about it if you get a good quality beef. So what I'm doing is just forming nice kind of round balls here. So again, I can just check them and then we'll press them down to a patty. To me, this is the easiest way. If you start with kind of a cohesive mass, almost like a massive meatball, then you're gonna be able to better make a patty out of it, because no one likes a patty that's pressed out and it just doesn't have a nice shape. I think you know what I mean. So I'm pressing these down, and once I have them pressed down, we're gonna take them out to the grill and we're gonna start grilling. That's the best part of this. It goes really quickly and then we're done. I just got done oiling the grates with a little bit of oil just to make sure. I don't want things to stick, so I always like to do that. And now I have it on, you know, medium-high heat. I like them to have a good sear. You don't want to overcook beef. That's the big thing with it. You want to maintain all that flavor. So I'm gonna put these on. Oh yeah, you get the sizzle. That's the whole point. It feels like summer. You want something good to drink. You want the sun, some good salads coming at you to go with these. This is the fun part. So we're gonna put these on. Now, the important thing I like to do is take a little bit of my salt here, and I think it's super important to season these when they're on the grill too. Salt plays a major importance in seasoning. So once I turn them once, on that final time, I'm gonna season the other side too. So I have some salt on. We're gonna let them get down about halfway, get a good sear on them, flip them over, and then take them off. Halfway through, obviously I flipped the burgers, salted the other side, let them finish grilling, and look how great they look. They look wonderful. What to me a mark of a good burger is when you press, you see, look at that juice. That's what's wonderful. They maintain so much, which that's flavor. So it's perfect to have in there. So I'm gonna take one that's on the smaller side, and I'm gonna put all the good things on it. So it's whatever you kind of love, whatever you have around, whether it's tomato, they're not quite in season yet, but you're starting to be able to find some of them, and to me that's a hallmark of a good one. You want, I need some ketchup on it. You know, to me, you need some ketchup. You need a little bit of mustard. And I want to put that right on top too, and it's the yellow mustard is to me what I need. A little bit of red onion. That's again, personal choice. I think it's needed. And then I went out to the garden, grabbed some butter crunch lettuce, washed some of it, and I need a nice piece of lettuce on it. You need that too. It's that fresh, crunchy bit. I mean, look right there. Is this not summer? To me, that's summer. It's good. I probably have stuff all over me. This is just like the taste you want. It's what you're used to. Look at that beef. Delicious beef, well cooked, so juicy. And you get all the components to go with it. You could put cheese on if you want. Sometimes I think cheese can distract from a good burger. It's about the burger. But that mustard, ketchup, tomato, it's good. All we need are some, like, you know, maybe macaroni salad, maybe something else to go with it, and we're there. So what do I hope you do with this? I hope you grab some beef, make some burgers, have some people over, have a good day. That's the point of it. Share food, put food on the table and enjoy it. When you share these videos around, yeah, it helps me, but guess what? It helps everyone else see this is doable, and they might want to share some food too and have a good celebration. That's the point. So as always, check my website, wiseguide.com, for tips, for tricks, and for recipes. All these recipes are on there. Till next time, have something good, have a burger, and just enjoy summer. That's the point.